All right, so get this. What if I told you there's this one single microbe that could, like, totally revolutionize your health?
Oh, okay, I'm listening.
We're talking potential impacts on your weight, muscles, even your skin, sleep, and get this, even how you feel about other people.
Now that's interesting. How you feel about other people.
Yeah, sounds crazy, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, scientists are calling this a keystone microbe.
Which means?
It means it's not just about one isolated benefit. It's like this missing piece that could be affecting a whole network of systems in your body.
Oh, so that's why it's keystone. It's like the central piece.
Exactly. And the wild part is that most people today just don't have this microbe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're going to dive into some of the research of Dr. William Davis from his book Supergut.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that book.
He breaks down the incredible potential of this microbe and how we might be able to get it back. Are you ready?
I'm ready to have my mind, bro. Hit me with it.
I think I could do that. So this microbe, it's called Lactobacillus Reuteri, or L. reuteri for short.
Okay, L. reuteri. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
It's been around for decades, but researchers are really just beginning to understand its power.
So what's the deal with this L. reuteri? How is it different from all the other, microbes we hear about?
Well, early research focused on infants.
Okay.
They found that L. reuteri could help with issues like spit up, fussiness, and even short bouts of diarrhea.
Interesting.
But recent research, especially from MIT, has revealed some astonishing effects in mice.
Oh, okay, I'm hooked. Tell me more about these MIT mice.
They stay youthful longer, they had thick fur, they were super active, and their wounds healed faster.
Wow.
They also showed increased testosterone and growth hormone.
Wow.
And get this, they even had rejuvenation of the thymus gland, which is crucial for immunity and typically shrinks as we age.
Hold on, are you saying that this microbe could, potentially slow down aging?
That's what the research is suggesting.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So we have this, incredible microbe that could potentially impact everything from our gut to our hormones.
Right.
But you said most people don't have it anymore. How is that even possible?
Here's the problem. L. reuteri is incredibly susceptible to antibiotics.
Oh, okay.
And even a single round years ago can just wipe it out from your system.
Wait, so someone could take an antibiotic for something completely unrelated, and this crucial microbe could be gone for good?
It's a real possibility.
Really?
Yeah. Dr. Gerhard Reiter, who discovered L. reuteri back in 1962,
Okay.
he initially found it everywhere, but by the 2000s he could barely detect it. Today, it's estimated that only about 4% of people still have it.
Wow. That's a shocking statistic. What are the consequences of missing this microbe?
Well, one consequence might be the rise of SIBO.
SIBO.
Yeah, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth.
Okay.
Basically, without L. reuteri producing natural antibiotics in the small intestine, harmful bacteria can proliferate and cause all sorts of problems.
And SIBO has a whole host of negative health consequences, right?
Exactly. It can contribute to digestive issues, nutrient deficiencies, fatigue, brain fog, and even skin problems.
Wow, so we're missing this crucial microbe, and it's potentially impacting our health in so many ways. But you mentioned earlier that L. reuteri could even affect our relationships.
Oh, yeah?
I'm really curious about that connection.
This is where things get even more interesting. Research suggests that L. reuteri can actually boost oxytocin levels.
Wait a minute, oxytocin, isn't that the love hormone, the one that's released when we bond with others?
That's right.
Interesting.
Oxytocin is known for its role in bonding, empathy, and social connection. But it also plays a role in things like muscle growth and how our body distributes fat.
So more L. reuteri, more oxytocin, more love for everyone. Is that too simplistic?
Well, Dr. Davis in his book describes experiencing a greater sense of empathy and connection with others after reintroducing L. reuteri into his system, including his spouse's colleagues.
So it's not just theoretical, he actually felt a difference.
He did, and he even shares an anecdote about his wife noticing a change in his behavior.
That's fascinating.
You know, it's funny you mention that. My wife noticed a difference in me, too, when I started experimenting with this stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Let's just say I was feeling a bit more, affectionate.
It seems there's a pattern here, and this connects to a bigger picture. Research suggests that modern humans have significantly lower oxytocin levels compared to populations without modern antibiotic exposure.
Wow, so you're saying that the lack of this one microbe in our guts could actually be contributing to some of the larger, social issues we're facing today.
It's a possibility.
That's a pretty profound thought.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? But here's the good news. There's a growing body of research, like Dr. Davis's work, that's exploring ways to restore L. reuteri and cultivate a healthier microbiome.
Okay, so what can we actually do about this? Stay tuned, because in part 2, we're going to delve into Dr. Davis's solutions for restoring L. reuteri, including his fascinating DIY approach to making your own super potent yogurt.
Homemade yogurt.
It's easier than you might think.
Wow. Okay, I can't wait to hear about that.
So we're back,
Back again.
and we are still talking about L. reuteri.
Still diving in.
And it just seems like this tiny microbe
Oh, yeah.
could have a massive impact
Huge.
on our health and well-being.
Totally.
We were talking about how L. reuteri has seemingly disappeared
Oh, yeah.
from our modern gut microbiomes
Modern time.
and all the potential consequences that come with that.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious about solutions.
Right.
What can we actually do
Yeah, what can we do?
to restore this missing microbe?
That's the question.
That is the big question.
The million-dollar question.
And thankfully, Dr. Davis offers some potential answers.
Thankfully.
He really emphasizes moving away from that antibiotic for every problem approach,
yeah.
which, as we discussed, might be a big part of how we got here in the first place.
Totally.
Instead, he advocates for a more holistic view of gut health,
I like that.
starting with the food we need.
Of course, yeah.
He's a big proponent of fermented foods, isn't he?
He is.
Things like kimchi and sauerkraut.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Fermented foods are packed with beneficial bacteria. They can help repopulate the gut
Yeah.
and diversify the microbiome.
Absolutely.
But his DIY L. reuteri yogurt
Yeah.
seems to take things a step further.
Right.
What's the thinking behind that?
Well, it's all about potency and affordability.
Okay.
While probiotic capsules can be effective, they can also get pretty expensive.
Especially if you're looking for a high concentration of L. reuteri.
Exactly.
Right.
Fermentation, on the other hand, allows you to multiply the microbe count significantly,
Okay.
making it more potent and cost-effective.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
All right.
Break this down for me.
Okay.
How do you actually make L. reuteri yogurt at home?
So it's surprisingly simple.
Oh, good.
You start with a store-bought probiotic that contains L. reuteri.
Okay.
You'll also need some inulin,
In-
which is a prebiotic fiber that essentially feeds the bacteria and helps them flourish.
Got it.
And finally, you use half and half as the base for your yogurt.
Half and half.
You combine these ingredients and let them ferment in a yogurt maker for 36 hours.
36 hours.
36 hours.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
Why that time frame?
So Dr. Davis explains that through his own experimentation.
Okay.
He found 36 hours to be the sweet spot.
Okay.
That's when you achieve the optimal balance of live and active bacteria.
Interesting.
If you go longer, you actually start to see more bacterial death,
Oh.
which isn't ideal for maximizing potency.
So there's a science to it.
Exact.
Not just a random number.
Not random at all.
He even went a step further and measured the bacteria count to confirm this.
He did.
They used a technique called flow cytometry,
Yeah.
which basically allows you to count and analyze cells, including bacteria, in a sample.
Yeah.
To be honest, I had no idea what flow cytometry was before you mentioned it.
I mean, it's a pretty specialized technique.
Okay.
But essentially, it allows researchers to quantify the number of microbes in a sample.
Okay.
And what they found was that fermenting the yogurt for 36 hours led to a 1,000-fold increase
1,000-fold.
in L. reuteri counts compared to the original probiotic capsule.
That's incredible.
That's a lot.
So we've talked about restoring L. reuteri through methods like this DIY yogurt.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about the bigger picture.
Okay.
What kind of overall impact are we talking about on someone's health?
Well, the potential benefits are vast.
Okay.
And we're still uncovering new ones all the time.
Oh, wow.
In addition to the effects we've already discussed, restoring gut health through L. reuteri has been linked to a reduction in food allergies and sensitivities,
Interesting.
improvements in skin conditions like rosacea and psoriasis,
Wow.
and even potential benefits for blood sugar and blood pressure regulation.
Okay.
There's also research suggesting it could improve sleep quality.
Wow. That's a pretty impressive list.
It is.
Are there any other surprising benefits you've come across in your research?
You know, one that I found particularly fascinating was the potential link between L. reuteri and more vivid dreams.
More vivid dreams?
Yeah, apparently a healthier gut microbiome
Okay.
can lead to more vibrant, even childlike dreams.
Oh, wow.
Remember those wild, imaginative dreams you had as a kid?
Yeah.
Restoring L. reuteri could potentially bring those back.
That's amazing.
It is pretty wild.
It's incredible to think that the bacteria in our gut could have such a profound impact on our mental and emotional landscape, even influencing something as seemingly unrelated as our dream.
It really highlights the interconnectedness of our bodies
Yeah.
and the power of the microbiome.
Right?
And speaking of interconnectedness, Dr. Davis also shares another innovative method for restoring beneficial bacteria in his book, DIY probiotic soda.
DIY probiotic soda?
DIY probiotic soda.
Tell me more. This sounds right up my alley.
So it's a really clever approach.
Okay.
He utilizes a specific microbe
Okay.
that's a close relative to the ones used in wine and beer fermentation.
Oh, wow.
And the best part is this microbe is readily available in a probiotic and can find at most drugstores.
So you're telling me I could walk into my local pharmacy
Yep.
and grab the ingredients to make gut-healthy soda?
Pretty much.
That's amazing.
You basically ferment juice with this specific microbe for 72 hours.
72 hours, okay.
It's important to use a juice without preservatives because those can interfere with the fermentation process.
Got it.
And as the microbes feast on the sugar in the juice, they create carbon dioxide, which gives you that nice bubbly effect.
Hold on, the microbes eat the sugar?
They do.
So the final product is sugar-free.
You got it.
That's incredible.
You end up with a bubbly, delicious, sugar-free beverage that actually supports gut health.
Wow.
It's a win-win.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
It's pretty neat.
I need to add both of these recipes to my to-do list.
I'm with you on that.
But it's important to remember that everyone's microbiome is unique.
Of course.
So it's always best to listen to your body and consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional before making any significant changes to your diet or health routine.
Absolutely.
That's an important reminder.
Always good to keep in mind.
We're all about empowering people with knowledge.
Yeah.
But it's crucial to personalize that knowledge and make informed decisions in consultation with your healthcare team.
Totally.
So we're back and, man, my head is still buzzing from all this talk about L. reuteri.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating stuff.
It's incredible to think that this one tiny microbe could potentially have such a huge impact.
Huge impact, yeah.
On everything from our gut health and longevity to our levels of empathy and even how well we connect with others.
Yeah, those connections are really interesting.
It makes you wonder what other crucial microbes we might be missing out on because of our modern lifestyles and the overuse of antibiotics.
It's a big question.
It is a big question
that researchers are actively exploring.
Yeah, right now. Thinking back on everything we've discussed, what stands out to you the most? Were you surprised by the link between gut health and seemingly unrelated things?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like empathy, muscle growth, or even the vividness of our dreams?
It's all connected, right?
Yeah, it is.
For me, the connection between L. reuteri and oxytocin is absolutely mind-blowing.
It's pretty wild.
The idea that a microbe could influence our social behavior, our ability to connect with others, even our levels of trust and generosity, that's a profound concept with far-reaching implications.
It really is.
It makes you think about the potential ripple effects, not just for individuals, but for society as a whole.
Imagine a world where everyone had ample L. reuteri, and consequently, higher levels of oxytocin.
More love.
Could we see less conflict?
Cooperation.
A greater sense of community?
I mean, it's a fascinating thought experiment, isn't it?
It really is.
Of course, it's not a simple solution to complex societal problems, but it does underscore the importance of understanding and nurturing our microbiome.
So if you're as intrigued by all of this as we are,
I know I am.
We highly recommend checking out Dr. Davis's full video.
Yeah, great resource.
For detailed instructions on making that L. reuteri yogurt at home.
That yogurt sounds delicious.
His book, Supergut, is also a fantastic resource.
Definitely.
For anyone looking to dive deeper into the world of the microbiome.
Absolutely, yeah.
We'll be sure to include links to both of those in the show notes.
Awesome.
And as always, it's important to remember that everyone's body is different.
Of course, yeah.
It's always best to consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional.
Always a good idea.
Before making any significant changes to your diet or health routine.
Absolutely.
This deep dive into the world of L. reuteri has been a fascinating journey.
It really has.
And we hope it's sparked your curiosity about the incredible power of the microbiome.
Yeah, there's so much to learn.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode.
Let us know what you think.
Have you ever experimented with fermented foods or probiotics?
Yeah. What have you tried?
What changes have you noticed in your own health and well-being?
We want to hear about it.
Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating topics.
We'll see you next time.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep taking care of those incredible microbes that make you, you.